What is going on, guys? We have another Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle for you, but you already know that. Today I'm up against Angel and I have one hell of a team. I thought I'm gonna bring back the team that, well, I didn't really use too often. Like that Drifblim, like that Gorebyss, like that Snorlax. I know you guys haven't seen my Snorlax too often, not to mention my Gorebyss. They will shine in this battle, I guarantee it. Moving on, Angel has one hell of a team too. He has the Ferrothorn, the Rotom-W, the Drapion, the Tangrowth, the Shuppet's evolved form, and Persian. I can't remember the fucking name. I have a huge brain freeze right now, but yeah. So Angel is gonna lead off with the Persian. That's a great lead because it's gonna fake out. Now I do have Drifblim. Drifblim is immune to fake out, but I also don't want to get knocked off. Usually Persian is carrying knockoff, and that could be fucking scary. And I don't really mind if I get faked out because I'm actually a defensive wall. I'm a Will-O-Wisp-ing defensive Charizard X, and it actually works out really well. Mega Charizard X actually gained a lot more defense than regular Charizard, so he knows he can't do shit to me, so he's gonna switch out, which is great. He doesn't have anything that is immune to getting burned, so I'm free to go for a Will-O-Wisp if I fucking land it. Will-O-Wisp obviously has like, what, 85% chance to hit, but I do fucking land it. I don't land it on a desirable Pokemon, it's gonna be on the Rotom-W, but you know, I'm just like, whatever, it's okay. At least it's something. Not sure what this Rotom-W is. It does outspeed me, so I'm thinking maybe this Rotom-W is a Choice Scarf Rotom-W. He goes straight for the Hydro Pump, but I still take it pretty darn well. I have surprisingly good bulk. I have a little bit of investment in special defense too, specifically for Rotom-Washes actually. Since I am a Dragon type, I am no longer weak to Water type. I'm free to absorb, you know, Hydro Pumps pretty darn well. Here comes the Ferrothorn. Now my opponent is very ballsy. I mean, after seeing that I have Will-O-Wisp and Roost, I suppose he thinks that maybe I don't have Fire Attack. And, he's right. He's actually right. I don't carry a Fire move. I have the Will-O-Wisp, Roost, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. Maybe I'll change it up. Maybe I'll change up, you know, Dragon Claw for like a Fire Punch or something. But, turns out he has, well, Thunder Wave. I was not expecting that. Sometimes Ferrothorn do carry Thunder Wave, sometimes they don't. Moving on, I'm gonna go into Snorlax. If he wants to Thunder Wave me, it doesn't matter, I'm slow as fuck anyways. But I do have the Fire Punch, but he does have Protect. I'm just really scared that he might actually Scout. So instead of going for the Fire Punch, I actually just went for the Body Slam. But it turns out in favor, I suppose. He does get, you know, paralyzed. But I do get hit by Iron Barbs. And turns out he has Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball, and it's gonna do quite a lot, even to Snorlax. I thought, like, holy shit, Ferrothorn is not that much slower than Snorlax. I did not think that Gyro Ball would do that fucking much. Regardless, I just went for the Fire Punch, and it's actually not enough to kill. I was really hoping that it was enough to kill, but actually it's not. And he's gonna go for the second Gyro Ball. He does not get Parahax, and he will finish off Snorlax. I'm so sorry, Mr. Big Guy, I'm so sorry. Did not expect Fire Punch to not kill, but this Ferrothorn is very defensive, and that Gyro Ball did way too fucking much. So, I'm gonna go into my Rapid Spinner and my Stealth Rocker. I can't really kill from this range, but I went for Stealth Rocks again. You know, I really thought maybe my opponent would do another Scout and go for Protect, so I just went for Stealth Rocks. Not sure what he did. Maybe he went for Grass Move or something. But now I have Rocks, and he has Rock, which is great, but in this turn, I'm just going to go for Rapid Spin. There's no way that I should not go for Rapid Spin. He's going to switch out. Now I'm really fearing that Ghost type, but turns out he's just going to go into Tangrowth, which is fantastic, so he does not Spin Block me, and I'm free to go for that Rapid Spin, which is great now. I have Rocks on his side, and he no longer has Rocks on my side. Rocky Helmet, man. I'm kind of glad that the Rocky Helmet just belongs to this Tangrowth and not to that Ferrothorn. Just because Ferrothorn with Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet can do quite a lot of fucking damage. It's fucking scary. I'm just switching out. I don't know really what to expect. Maybe like a Stun Spore, Sleep Powder. He has Leech Seed. Again, that's not too surprising, but he does miss it, which is great. I went for the very obvious Will-O-Wisp because, well, you know, whatever. That's all this Charizard is really good for, is just to burn shit, roost, and get the fuck out of here. It's a burn / wall / you know, pivot kind of thing. Gonna go for Protect, gonna scout what I'm gonna do, fine and all. Up at this point, my opponent still has not realized, well, he hasn't seen my attacking moves. All he has seen is just, you know, Will-O-Wisp and Roost, so. Of course, I do heal, I do have Earthquake, and it's gonna, yeah. I don't have any investment in attack. I'm sorry guys, I don't have any investment in attack. He does go for a Gyro Ball, but you know, I resist it. So it's not gonna do too much. If I didn't resist that, that actually would have done, you know, a decent amount. And of course, I get Para-Hacks. It's about time I get Para-Hacks. While this Ferrothorn hasn't gotten Para-Hacks yet, well, I don't think it has. He's actually gonna stay and keep using Gyro Ball, which is fine and all because, you know, I'm not too worried. I do have Roost. I have way more PP than he does. Gyro Ball only has so few PP, only like 5, I believe. So naturally I go for the Roost. And he is gonna take this opportunity and go for Stealth Rocks. Again, not too big of a deal here since I did Mega Evolve my Charizard, so, you know, he's no longer like 2 times weak to rocks or anything, or 4 times. And then finally he gets paralyzed, which is great, because he actually went for Protect. Now I went for Dragon Claw, just really fearing that Rotom to come out, because I've been using Earthquake. My opponent can actually make a very nice switch here to, you know, be immune to that Earthquake, but he keeps choosing to stay in with Ferrothorn. Honestly, I'm not really sure what this Ferrothorn can really do to me. I guess maybe he wants to fodder it off, because like all he is just, you know, using resisted Gyro Ball. He does get a crit, but again, this Ferrothorn can't really do anything. His Rocks has already been set up. He can't learn Leech Seed, so I'm really surprised here that he is switching out. I really thought he's just gonna fodder it off. He only has like a speck of HP left. I do have Rocks, you know, not too sure. Regardless, whatever. I'm paralyzed anyway, so it doesn't matter what I could have done to this Tangrowth. He's gonna go for a Leech Seed. Now, you know, obviously, right? It's so obvious, but I don't have a Grass type. I don't have Sap Zippers. I kinda just have to let something get Leech Seeded. That is the disadvantage of, well, not having a Grass type. Leech Seed is fairly common, and it's quite an annoying ass move. It's gonna go into Rotom Wash, which is kind of fantastic because this Rotom Wash will get Leech Seed damage now, so that it kind of negates the burn damage. I'm not really sure which one he'll get more. I'm pretty sure burn will he'll still lose more HP with burn than he'll gain HP. So he does gain quite a lot of HP though, so I'm thinking this Rotom probably has 0 investment in HP. It's probably a tip in nature with max special attack and max speed, and obviously it's holding a Choice Scarf. And it probably has, you know, like Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and all, and Trick, and all that, you know, funny stuff. So I'm not sitting at too good of a range here. That Hydro Pump and that Leech Seed is kind of killing me, and I don't want to get hurt by Paralysis. I don't want to risk it, you know. If I hit myself in Paralysis, I'm pretty much gone. So I have to get out of here. I'm going to Gorebyss. It is very dangerous here because I still don't know if he's Choice Scarfed. He does outspeed me, but technically a Timid Nature Rotom Wash can actually outspeed a bulky Charizard X. So luckily he didn't attack, so we have confirmed that it is either Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. Probably Choice Scarf. Now I actually could have went for a Shell Smash, but like I mentioned, I wasn't sure if that Rotom was, you know, carrying a choice item, so I had to just go back into Claydol, hoping that maybe he'd go for an electric attack, but yeah, I could have actually just wiped the living shit out of this stupid ass Ferrothorn. This Ferrothorn has been alive way too fucking long, honestly. It doesn't even have Leech Seed. I don't know how it can be alive this long, so I'm like, alright, fuck this shit, I better fucking kill it. And I just barely kill it. That's fantastic. No more Stealth Rocks, and my Rapid Spinner is still alive. Now my opponent is gonna go back into Rotom Wash. Rotom Wash is so problematic. It's just a great counter for like pretty much half my fucking team. I knew I could live one Hydro Pump, but instead of going for the Hydro Pump, he actually went for a Trick. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, I just stayed in and went for Rapid Spin. I knew I could take one Hydro Pump, but yeah, unfortunately I'm stuck on the Choice Scarf, and I actually gave him leftovers now, so he's prolonging his burned health, and I am stuck into Rapid Spin. Technically, I could stay in and do as much as I can, but you know, I just gotta switch out. I'm gonna go in Charizard, really risky, but luckily he did go for a Thunderbolt. Had he went for the Hydro Pump, could be a 2-hit KO actually to this Charizard, so I'm really thankful. It's great. This burn damage is slowly taking him, so it's not wise for him to obviously stay in. So it turns out he does not have Volt Switch. Obviously, he just made a hard switch. He outspeeds my Charizard X, so why would not he go for a Volt Switch, right? And I'm gonna go for the Roost. Thank God that Rotom actually switched out. You know, a Hydro Pump would be very close to killing me. And I finally avoid that Leaf Seed. Well, I think I avoided it maybe 2 or 3 times by now. And I land the burn. It's not a lot, but it's a huge accomplishment. Especially to Tangrowth, because Tangrowth has Regenerator, obviously, because he can regenerate a third of his HP every time he switches out. Speaking of Regenerator, I'm going to bring in my Mienshao. My Mienshao has Regenerator, and it's a great chance for me to just switch out by using U-Turn. And not to mention, U-Turn is super effective towards this Tangrowth. So he's burned, that's fantastic. I'm gonna go for U-Turn. He's actually staying in. So, you know, that's fine. It's gonna do not too much, but, you know, still a decent amount. Tangrowth is a massive wall. Do get hurt by Rocky Helmet and Life Orb, but hey, I have Regenerator, it's all good. I can afford all that. I'm gonna go back in Charizard now. And he's gonna go for a Giga Drain. Fantastic. I resisted 4 times. I was not expecting a Giga Drain. I was actually expecting a knockoff. That's why I sent out to my Charizard. And I'm like, okay, with burn damage from this range, I actually have a very good chance to kill it. But before I, you know, hit him, he will go for the Leech Seed. And I go for the Dragon Claw, and it just barely takes him. I'm like, damn. But I'm like, wait. He's burned. But I'm also like, wait. He also has Leech Seed. He gains it, not too much, and burn will not quite take him out. So I'm like, okay, he's gonna switch out, he's gonna grab Regenerator. I have to switch out, because he's gonna switch out. So I'm gonna go back into Mienshao, because I don't want to stay in with my Leech-seeded Charizard. But turns out he's actually staying in. Very surprising. He could have easily salvaged this Tangrowth, because this Tangrowth has Regenerator. I don't know why he did not switch out. But yeah, kind of glad, I guess. My, you know, Life Orb did get knocked out, but whatever. Now, here comes the fake outer, obviously. Fucking hate this goddamn Persian. So, I'm gonna have to go back into Charizard, my defensive wall. Fake out, and yeah, Technician, man. Persian has Technician, so Fake out does get that boost. And he's switching out, so not sure what he has, actually. If he has a return, he might actually have a good chance to kill me, but yeah. Regardless, I went for the Will-O-Wisp, which is great. Oh, I'm sorry, I went for the Roost. But yeah, here comes a Drapion now. Now, usually Drapions carry Earthquake, but I'm thinking, okay, I can take one. I know I can take one. I can take one pretty well, and I can just burn him, and, you know, I can take the next one. So here comes the Earthquake. I'm like, alright, fine, whatever. I go for a Will-O-Wisp, but I miss. I don't hit myself in paralysis, but I fucking miss. And he finishes me off with that second Earthquake. Nothing in my team really wants to take an Earthquake, except for Claydol or Drifblim, but obviously they are weak to Drapion's Dark Attack, so yeah, that burn really mattered. But he's gonna go for the knockoff. I know I can take one, because Gorebyss has quite a lot of high defense too. Now here comes the Gorebyss mini sweep, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go for my first Shell Smash, and this Drapion will not appreciate a +2 Surf, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. He does knock off my White Herb, but I don't really mind it. One Shell Smash is just enough. Now here comes the... what the fuck? I can't remember your name, dude. Like, Shuppet. I'm sorry. Regardless, he's gonna go for the Mega Evolution. Fine by me. Now, these things usually carry Shadow Sneak or Sucker Punch. If it's Shadow Sneak, I'm fucked. But if it's Sucker Punch, I'm gonna start playing fucking mind games with him. I'm gonna go for another Shell Smash, so that will cancel out his Sucker Punch. And I'm thinking, okay, this is really fucking scary, but I'm just gonna have to assume that he's gonna go for another Sucker Punch. And he does. He goes for a second Sucker Punch, and I go for my third Shell Smash. And pretty much all of my stats are, you know, off the charts now. They're all maxed. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure he's not going to go for a Sucker Punch, right? And that's exactly what I predicted. He does not go for a Sucker Punch, and that shall take out this. I can't even remember its name, but yeah, I took it out. I'm so glad. That is how you play mind games against Sucker Punchers. Now, he does go for a Fake Out, and I'm pretty sure Technician, Fake Out, and not to mention, my defenses were dropped like 6 fucking times, so I have to switch out. Fake Out, and I'm really afraid of that knockoff, so again, I'm going to do another switch here, so that I can comfortably bring out my Mienshao. He's going to Fake Out, or, you know, knock off or whatever, but he has Bite, which is actually pretty cool too, because Bite, you know, works better with Technician. But I'm thinking, okay, well, I can go for my own Fake Outs now, which is great. It's not going to be quite enough to kill. If I had a Life Orb, it might just be enough to kill. But he has Aerial Ace. I'm like, damn. Never seen Aerials on a Persian. You know, usually they just have Fake Out, U-turn, knock off, and taunt. Never seen Aerial Ace. Never even seen taunt. He does go down though, so that's kind of sweet, right? So he has one Pokemon left, which is this Rotom, and I know what you guys are thinking. It's sitting at such low HP, but this Rotom actually can destroy the last 3 of my Pokemon. I have the Drifblim, which will obviously die to this Thunderbolt, and I have Claydol, which is weak to a Hydro Pump, and I have Gorebyss, which is also weak to Thunderbolt. So I'm sitting at very, I'm dangerously. This burn damage is slowly killing him, but at the same time, this Rotom can possibly destroy and wreck the remaining 2 of my Pokemon. My Claydol attacking moves are only Rapid Spin, Earthquake, and Ice Beam. So my best bet is actually Ice Beam. It's kind of fucking sad, I know. And Ice Beam is not going to be quite enough to kill. And he does grab leftovers, and he just grabs a little bit more HP. And this burn damage is just not quite enough to finish him off. If he had not taken my leftovers, I could have finished up that Rotom with that burn, but he does finish him off. My Claydol, and I have Gorebyss left. But actually, it doesn't quite matter because this burn will finish off this Rotom. So there you have it. Still clinging onto my Gorebyss. Very narrow victory. That was an amazing match. Thank you, Angel. That was an amazing team. I love seeing the Persian and the Tangrowth, and of course my man Drapion. So give a huge thumbs up to Angel. That was a very narrow match. If you guys like this Gorebyss mind games, please let me know by liking this video, and make sure to comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.